All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. And in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where on this channel, we interviewed Gervonta Tank Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford. And in that conversation, he specifically addressed what Gervonta Tank Davis is planning to do about Ryan Garcia's big weapon, the vaunted left hook, and what he says the plan is in that regard. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division, where Gervonta Tank Davis's trainer, Calvin Ford, also the trainer of several other fighters, are going to be on the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia card, address some questions that was asked to him about how he plans to deal, or how Gervonta Davis plans to deal with Ryan Garcia specifically, considering that Ryan Garcia has a very, very deadly weapon in this monster left hook that has caused everybody that he's fought so far problems. And the answer was very, very surprising to me. But at the same time, after having spoken with him for so long, it probably shouldn't have been surprising. But before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos, which we do on a daily basis. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, make sure you hit that messed that up. If you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you very much for your support. Thank you so much for continuing to come by the channel, coming by the live streams, checking out the videos, leaving comments. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for your participation in this boxing forum. I'm not a boxing journalist, so it really is all about the community and just fans talking to one another and sharing our thoughts and information that that's going on in the boxing world for the sport that we love. Now, that said, I did do an interview today with Calvin Ford. Shout out to the Rise Podcast. Rise Podcast is a YouTube channel where Coach Kenny, Coach Calvin Ford, Coach Squeeze, and Senior all get together pretty much on a daily basis and talk about boxing. They're out of the Upton Gym in Baltimore. So anytime you really want to hear good conversations about boxing from some very knowledgeable and accomplished people, make sure you go check out the Rise Podcast. It's spelled R-I-Z-E podcast on YouTube. So as a result of them and having a relationship with them, I asked if Coach Calvin Ford would come by the channel. And he was very gracious to do so, actually in the middle of the training camp for Gervonta Davis training for Ryan Garcia. And so when he was on the channel, a lot of the people that are members of the channel, supporters of the forum, all of that came out and asked him questions. And there was a question that was asked that I thought was a fantastic question, but I wouldn't have asked myself because I didn't want to get into the strategy of what they were doing. But that said, the question was asked, and Calvin Ford was nice enough to answer the question, which was this: what do you plan on doing with Gervonta Davis's left hook? And are there any, and the second part to the question was asked by another supporter, what do you plan on preparing for other than Ryan Garcia's left hook? And Coach Ford's answer to the question was kind of surprising, because he said, yeah, we know that that's a big weapon. And what I've told Gervonta is we got to embrace it. You have to embrace his left hook. And what I meant by that, and then he continued to say, because once you embrace that and you know that you're going to deal with that and you can deal with that, that leaves him asking questions about, what's going to happen when now something's firing back at you, and what are you going to be able to do with that? So what it seems to me is that this means that Gervonta Davis is not going to be extra wary of that particular shot. He's going to go and take it to Ryan Garcia. And if Ryan Garcia lands that shot, he lands that shot. And they feel like because they're prepared for it and that they know that there's that it's going to come, being able to, if he's able to land it, being able to handle that shot and keep coming at him may very well mentally break Ryan Garcia. And then Ryan Garcia is going to have to wonder, what else is there going to be? What else are you going to do? What else can I do to this guy if he can take my best shot and he keeps coming at me, right? Now, he also said that his job, this Calvin Ford speaking again, his job is to out-coach and do a better job than the trainer that Joe Goosen, who he said, look, we know that Joe Goosen is going to be working on things with Ryan Garcia other than just that left hand. So we're going to have to be prepared pretty much for everything. And knowing that our job is not just to beat Ryan Garcia, but it's also to beat Joe Goosen, who is is a renowned trainer, highly respected, highly experienced champion in world championship fights, right? Have trained guys like Diego Corrales and other champions. And they're going to have to prepare for that, right? And come up with a game plan that is going to be better than the game plan of Ryan Garcia's team. So, now it was surprising to me because I thought to myself, well, what is he going to do? Because every time I look at the fights, man, Ryan Garcia, without a doubt, has a very fast left hook that he uses on a very, very regular basis. Now, to me, it's reminiscent of the way that Terrence Crawford uses his right hook when he's in the southpaw stance, where his right hand is clearly his most powerful shot, and he keeps using that right hook, using that lead right hook behind that jab constantly, and oftentimes that's the shot that people knock you out with, that he knocks people out with. But then, like with the fight that I just watched yesterday, or actually today, by the time you watch this video, it'll be yesterday. He switched it up and threw that left and threw in the 12th round for a man. I think it may have been maybe over the first or second time in the entire fight. Hit him with, instead of going to the body with that uppercut, switched it and threw it up top. I mean, threw it with the hook. Instead of throwing the hook, he threw a lead right uppercut, right, is another variation for that. So, I just think that is similar to what Ryan Garcia has, and that is just a really big weapon that people have to watch out for. But the idea that you accept that you're going to get hit with that at some point in time in the fight, and you're going to be able to bear down, show him, look, man, you can't hurt me in that regard, and then still attacking and breaking them down and doing the things that you have to do to make them think and make them be very, very wary about what you do to them whenever they throw it. Hey, man, I just think that's a real interesting take. And it's something I would say that I think that it is a dangerous thing, but at the same time, you're going to get hit with it. The more fights that I watch, the more I've seen guys that have big left hooks, big weapons, right, hit people with that weapon multiple times, right? But it really is, it's the shot that you don't see, right? So being prepared for it and the different variations that Ryan Garcia throws, I think is a smart decision. But at the same time, giving Ryan Garcia something to deal with where he doesn't have the time necessarily to be thinking about, okay, how am I going to set this particular shot up? He's got to worry about what am I going to do with what this guy is bringing on me. But anyway, really interesting conversation, far from what we covered, 3 hours of it. Definitely go check out, the live stream that, where we talked. It's on the channel. If you go to the video page, the live page, it's just was up yesterday, so you should be able to find it. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.